Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this has been a true and welcome to the grand finale, probably, of Crusader Kings 2, where last time, Emperor Hermes, after a great, productive life, passed away, leading to the ascension of the hero, the warrior queen, the Pontifex Maxima, the greatest duelist in the world, Empress Aphroditia, and basically, the rest of the world has responded by, as far as I can tell, pretty much just, giving up. We punched Romaine so hard they burst, and they just sort of ceased to exist. We beat Italy, and then the bits we didn't defeat just sort of voluntarily joined us, and I'm not even 100% sure how that happened, but they did, then very gladly went pagan as a result of that, so welcome to the Zeus Club, guys. So, yeah, at this point, things are looking really good. In fact, actually, we've done a pretty good job actually reforming the Roman Empire. At one point, I was saying, oh yeah, we just need to grab this and that, and then we can technically reform the Empire. But no, actually, we've done it very properly. We've got most of what the historical Roman Empire was. Admittedly, we've ignored Spain and some of North Africa, but for the most part, this is pretty much as big as the Roman Empire was at its greatest expanse. The only thing really standing in the way is Germany, and I'm going to be honest, they're not having a good time either right now, because, yeah, they've managed to get themselves excommunicated. So, it's open season on Germany right now. Their armies are down to basically nothing. Their vassals have been trashed, their own forces have been trashed. They're relying on mercenaries to stay alive right now, so, yeah, not going well for them. They're going to be picked apart piece by piece. France, of course, is gone, and yes, indeed, what used to be France, in fact, yeah, France now works for me. Need to sort these guys out, by the way. Yeah, they've just basically eaten the rest of Western Europe, and it's only a matter of time until Aquitaine starts eating Spain. So, at this point, honestly, I can just sit back and eat all of the pies, because my vassals are just conquering the world for me. Speaking of which, Panette, I admire the hustle. I seriously do, but you're going to be making peace with France now. I mean, just look at it. Look at all of these kings, all of these dukes, all a happy part of the Roman family. And who wouldn't be? Who wouldn't be happy to serve under Aphrodisia? There is not an unhappy face apart from Empress. Why are you unhappy? Okay, you want the Duchy of Thessalonica. Not my fault. I'd love to give it to you, but I'm pretty sure I'm not allowed to. Oh, never mind. Yes, I can. Okay, here you go, then no problem. Much flipping better. But today I feel like there is only one way we can wrap this up, because, let's be honest, our greatest, most beloved king, the one that everybody has remembered and tried to emulate, going back generations now, was Peyron the Wise himself. And his life was defined by the fact that once he went on a legendary journey. He invaded an empire single-handedly in his old age, and he won. He defeated everybody in that empire and came home a legend, founding our first bloodline and basically becoming the hero of our dynasty. And today we are going to wrap up by closing the circle. The legendary gathering has begun once again. We need to fill up this legend bar, and then Aphrodisia is going to follow in her ancestors' footsteps. And if the Mongols want to actually, you know, come and cause any trouble, they're welcome to flipping try, alright? Because I don't think they've got what it takes to fight Aphrodisia. Ah, but here's an interesting chance for a little bit of a refresh, potentially. Yeah, Aquitaine has sort of burst. So, okay. Do we want to rearrange Aquitaine in any particular way? Because, to be honest, we could actually... we could form France. Like, you know, modern-day France, by just handing over the Kingdom of Aquitaine to the Kingdom of France. But then, don't really want to do that. To be honest, France is powerful enough. They really don't need more manpower. Here we go. So the last king's territory passed on to Duchess Zenobia. So I see no reason why you shouldn't take on basically absolutely all of this. That's all absolutely a-okay. So, yep, have fun being the new queen there. In fact, we seem to have accidentally sort of kicked off the new age of queens. We've got ourselves a Queen of Aquitaine, got ourselves a Queen of Antioch over here, and Anatolia, I believe, is also being... yep, there's another, sorry, Regina over here. So, yeah. Actually, we've got ourselves queens all over the flipping shop right now. And speak of the devil, Aquitaine is immediately jumping straight down into Spain. So, yes indeed, the last bit of the Roman Empire that we really ought to own is being expanded into right now. In fact, on top of the ones I've already mentioned, Dalmatia, or Croatia as it used to be, they've also got themselves a queen, as does Thrace right now. In fact, I believe, yes, Epirus too. The vast majority of thrones are currently held by queens. This is marvellous. Oh, and this is nice. Apparently I've been keeping in contact with Artemisia, who at one point, yes, just sort of ran away to become a pirate. And I'm pretty sure the implication was because she was in love with, yeah, the king of the pirates. But he didn't marry her, did he, Artemisia? He flipping strung you along. So if you want to come back to court, no hard feelings. In fact, you know what? I'd gladly make you Chancellor. And don't forget to work on teching up Rome, because, yeah, right now Rome is, a little bit on the backward side, shall we say. So, yeah, we just need to, keep working on that. Here we go, Translation House. Yes, let's get Rome set up properly. And it would be remiss of me not to dedicate at least one temple to Aphrodite herself. Though admittedly, I'm not sure why I lose gold and piety. Surely I should, like, lose gold, but gain piety. This isn't like, you know, we're worshipping a goddess we don't believe in. This is the goddess we 100% believe in. And two bits of good news. My new friend Italy is just jumping into helping out with, yeah, mopping up of various little bits of territory, just to make sure all the little bits and pieces belong to me. And on top of that, yes indeed, the comparison has finally come to play. Aphroditia is now looking back at Peyron and wants to be like him. And you are Aphroditia, you flipping are. And indeed, I'd like to think Aphroditia is fully aware that, yeah, militarily, and in terms of fighting, she's probably beyond him already. I'm not sure Peyron's skill in combat ever went above 100. Hers is easily above 100. So, instead, she wants to emulate the fact that he was a good man as well. So, kind, a brilliant trait there. Lose yourself a little bit of intrigue, which is a shame, but vast opinion up is great. Diplomacy is great. So, we're not going to turn that down, even though it does cost me 5 in personal combat skill. Yeah, even with that, I'm at 125, and there's more I could do to boost that if I ever needed to. In fact, yes indeed, between Italy, Aquitaine and France, they've already mopped up all the tiny territories over here. So, all that's left at this point is Genoa and this tiny territory here, though I believe you guys might actually be... No, some of you aren't at least. At some point, some of you were pagan. Oh, and now here's interesting. So yes, indeed, my younger sister Romula is in fact apparently also showing potentially a very good natural aptitude towards, yeah, the martial side of things. So, okay. This is very, very interesting indeed, because of course, yes, now I could make you into a shield maiden. The first Roman shield maiden. Now there's a bloody position of honour. And in fact, I am ludicrously well qualified to teach you myself. So don't worry sis, me and you are going to take over the world. Oh, but here's exciting. I've never seen this one before. So there's been a werewolf sighting close by to Rome. We need to go and hunt a werewolf. Oh, bloody hell. Aphroditia, you are just the stuff of legends very literally, aren't you? So... okay, we need to go out for a moonlight werewolf hunt. Brilliant. But, who do I want to come to? Anastasia is, yes, she's a member of the Order because she's holding the stick there. So, 49 in combat right over there. Then we've got... I'm gonna be honest, both of you are completely cocking hopeless. So, alright Anastasia, me and you, let's go make this happen. Oh, but we're treating this as a proper little event. Okay, we need to actually sacrifice to the gods ahead of it. So, okay, best cattle, just to make sure she comes back nice and safe. So we've got into a deep forest, and as we make our way through the wilderness, sharpening our senses to look for any trace of the creature, my mind keeps returning to the nature of the beast itself, to any knowledge about its kind I may have acquired. So, okay, either I need to use my learning... or hers. So my learning is 10. Hers is 14. So, okay. Anastasia, come on. Tell us something good, like, say, use silver arrows. Okay, here's an interesting one. While me and Anastasia were busy, you know, taking care of this whole werewolf situation, she's been attacked. Antioch's been attacked by... Who are you precisely? Okay, you're some guy who's only got, yeah, 2,500 odd troops. Okay, and she's invited me, but... Normally you're not allowed to actually jump in to assist with your vassals' defensive wars, unless they're Great Holy Wars or Crusades or something, but... Okay, fair enough, and if I actually participate in the war. Okay, I'm willing to do that, because I can probably get there long before you do, and presumably, that's going to help out with this whole legendary journey bar. Yeah, he literally just controls this bit of land, that's it. That's the only thing this guy's got. Although I'm hoping this doesn't trigger the defensive pacts, like, you know, literally the entire rest of the world says, oh no, the Romans are at it again, so we better, like, jump into onto the defensive pacts. This doesn't trigger that, right? And we have found the Great Wolf. So, okay, possibly it was just a big wolf, not actually a werewolf. So, okay, finding the beast at its weakest gives us an advantage, but we still need to be careful. So, okay, as a hunter, I gain some piety and I've got a 98% chance of killing it. Bloody hell. Or, we can just, like, try and kill it, but, like, in a not hunter way, which is 97% chance, and then alternatively I can just say, you know what, maybe we just leave the werewolf, in which case I get Craven, but no, 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 no. I am not Craven, most definitely not. I am a hunter, and we're going to bring this monster, the flip, down. So, there we go, nice and flipping dead. I land the final blow straight through its skull. I have brought down a werewolf, or possibly just a wolf, but like, we'll say werewolf. So either I can make a trophy out of it, so wolf tooth, very, very nice indeed, for the next century in fact. So, wow, attrition down, personal combat skill up, prestige up, and the legend also advances. We could burn it, legend also advances again for piety instead, or prestige. Well, as it doesn't say, like, you know, any of them increases the legend more, we'll go for the trophy, because that seems like the most badass one, so sure, I'd rather have +5 to combat skill than, like, more piety or more prestige. We'll go for that one, lovely. Also, I did, like, offer to help you in a war. Like, did you not want help in the war? I swear you said you wanted help in this war, but then I didn't actually, like, you know, get involved in this war. Do I have to offer to help in the war? Is that what I have to do? I'm going to be honest, you don't seem to be, at war anymore. So, okay, that just didn't work out. Whatever happened there, it didn't work out. And it would appear that I am with child. Marvellous. Absolutely flipping marvellous. That gets my, yeah, personal combat skill down. But it's still north of bloody 100. Right, now this is a bit unusual because, yes, if I have to seclude myself, that means we need a different designated region. So, who do I trust more than anybody? I'm gonna be honest, me and Anastasia literally just went and fought, you know, a werewolf together. And also, she is, you know, of my dynasty. Anastasia, if I have to, you know, withdraw due to pregnancy for a few months, you're in charge of the Empire. This is my first child and I feel completely lost. So, yes, okay. The female side of the whole child situation. Normally I just, like, you know, lock my wife in a dark room and wait for a few months. But, yeah, it's a bit more risky when it's me who's giving birth. So, okay, basically do literally whatever it takes to, you know, get my health up. Because I do not want to die giving birth to a child. But then again, I'm resting right now. I've already got family focus and I am brawny. So I should be just fine. Hang on, who's actually like, yeah, who's the doctor right now? Do we have a good doctor? Yeah, he's competent enough. He'll do. And someone wants to bring, ooh, Savonia into Hellenism, and you're 44, so we've got a few years to make this happen. Okay, job flipping done. Welcome aboard. If you want to have a word with Estonia on your way down here to pick up the textbooks, that'd be great. Arsenios is suspicious of the pregnancy. Arsenios, you are on flipping thin ice. Alright, hang on, just double check. I don't have any lovers, right? And I do, but it's you! It's you, you stupid bastard! When I talk about my lover, I mean you, because me and you are in love. But we're gonna change that if you keep being a dick. And on top of that, he's using soldiers to extort money from Zeta, the cultural and military capital of the Arsenios. I am shocked and appalled. I am ashamed. Ashamed of you. Alright, so whatever happens, this is going to cause a risk of revolt. If Zeta rises up because of this, I am going to be flipping furious, Arsenios. Okay, just a reminder, you have, like, you know, no office, no house. You are just some low-born guy who I took a fancy to. I can replace you with a snap of my fingers. Well, he's not keeping his job, alright? He can't keep the job. Instead, we'll hand that over to Titus, who is, wow, a genius. Okay, that's interesting. A genius. A genius who's only 31 and might have some, you know, some good genes going on here. Yeah, you know what, Arsenios? I wouldn't have played so fast and loose with the rules. You had a good thing going on, but now you've flipping ruined it. Off you flipping go. You are not sure when Arsenios joined your court or what he's doing here. Indeed, I can't even remember who this guy is. He can go now, actually. Now, Titus, my new genius boyfriend, who's also, you know, the same age as me, so this is much better. Now, just FYI, don't mess around, do not mess me about, or, well, you know what, there's a reason my other husband isn't still around. I don't kill them, I'm not petty like that, but you know what, one strike, you're flipping out, so you better behave. And I can also improve myself at the moment, so, okay, yeah, we've got ourselves, wow. I do have the ability to potentially improve myself in terms of martial. This is fascinating. So, yeah, give it a go, sure. And what do we just get? Oh, we got personal combat skill, not martial. Boo. Oh dear, and I've been struggling at training, presumably due to my pregnancy as well. So, yeah, I've had better days. Uncouth. Many of my ancestors were uncouth, okay? Smelling good, not a thing my family is known for. That's fine. I'm pretty sure Peyron was uncouth too. So I'm just trying to be more like him, damn it. And perhaps rather appropriately in this new age that we live in, my first child is a daughter, born in the purple. Now, odd thing about Aphrodite, she had loads and loads of children in myth, but the vast majority were male. But she did have a handful of daughters too. And she'll be named after my favourite and perhaps the most interesting, Harmonia. So, yes, the daughter of Ares and Aphrodite, literally the child of war and love, was Harmonia, who, as the name would suggest, is the representation of harmony, literally the opposite of Eris. And Eris has caused trouble for us, alright? She went off to Venice, kicked off the Fourth Crusade, so, no. Instead, this girl shall bring us an age of harmony and peace. Also, seriously, yes, this having children thing, not 100% convinced by it. Seems a bit on the dangerous side. So, let's just move over to hunting. I'm a hunter, I'll enjoy that. Oh, now, here's an interesting choice you get as the mother. So, okay. I can either basically hand the child over to the maids to be taken care of. So, yeah, my servants do it. Or I can personally nurture her. So I'll handle, say, the breastfeeding personally. So fertility is going to be down 10% for the next 2 odd years. But, yeah, there's actually going to be a gain in the stats. By the way, what star sign are you? Capricorn, so martial down, learning up. Well, you know what? That's fair enough. You are Harmonia. You're not supposed to be about the fighting. Leave that to your Aunt Romula. Alright, you are going to be wise and screw it. Sure, we'll take care of this girl. I will raise her myself. That's lovely. And she picks up a point of stewardship for that. We do have some consumption though. Yes, I've been trying to build hospitals over here, but it's been slow going. They are slow to put together. Yep, screw it. We're gonna, oh dear. We're gonna shut the gate for now, but yeah. There might be the event where the game challenges you to either open the gate or accept losing Brave. I want to keep Brave. Brave's an important part of who I am. That would be sad if we lost that. And here we go. Venice is moving into Milan. They will walk straight over them unless there's like a defensive pact against Venice. But yeah, Venice is going to eat Milan and basically just secure their control over northern Italy, which is going to be marvellous. Okay, we've got a little kind of, yeah, independent duchy just chilling out in the middle of nowhere here. I swear they used to belong to France at some point, but they seem to have, presumably at some succession or another, ended up independent. So, Alania has demanded control over them. I'm gonna be honest, guys, you wouldn't be... No, like, I've got no problem with you ruling them, but border gore. So, I'm really sorry about this. That's not gonna happen, though if I'm willing to accept -10 with him, he doesn't like me that much anyway, so I'll just go for -5. But I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna hand this person straight over to Armenia if they'll take them, just because Armenia's... Well, Armenia's kind of, well, it's border gore flipping personified, but that's all fine. Not you, though, the king of Armenia. Nope, can't do that. How about France? Nope, for whatever reason, this person is just not willing to move over. So, whatever, you get to stay independent. Oh, never mind, I'm pregnant again. Okay, fine. Apparently I've been really enjoying this having children thing, so let's get another one out. And another sister needs an education. This time... Yeah, a bit of a weird all-rounder. Well, I guess you can have that, given, yeah, it's the only one you're even remotely qualified for. So, intrigue it is. I will give you an excellent teacher, though. Oh, he's called the Terrible. I'm sure he's fine. You'll learn a lot from him. Also, money is looking a bit on the low side. Yeah, the economy has been not spectacular recently. And we have been building, like, you know, ludicrously elaborate gardens and whatever. So, yeah, we have been spending a lot of money. And, yeah, we can't just go and ransack Venice anymore. I miss going to ransack Venice. That was my favourite thing to do. I mean, I guess it's this territory just north of Venice that no one's actually claimed yet. Sure, we'll go and ransack that. That'll probably be about as fun. Especially as, yeah, Savonia needs more money to keep converting. And that's a good way of converting gold straight into piety, which is great, but I could just, yeah, get a bit of piety. No, give him the money. Alright, we'll burn all of this to the ground in a second. Oh, darn it, he died aged only 45. Okay, who's taken over? They are still Hellenic, that's fine. And I'm starting to wonder if I'm having feelings for Maximus of Tusculum. Aphroditia, you can do better than this. Look at his stats. No. No, no, no. Just stay focused on coming in over here and ransacking these guys, and I swear a giant pile of money just appeared out of nowhere. Don't know where that came from, but it's there now. Good. And here's positive as well. Yeah, a couple of commands have stood down, but the new young proconsul of Wallachia is a competent siege leader. Okay, you, my good man, you can help out with all of this nonsense. You just, yeah, handle all the sieging. Oh, yeah, look at that. Look at that right there. That's beautiful. And it sounds to me like child number 2 has come along. The regency is over. And we do indeed have a son. One son, one daughter. Marvellous. And as much as I'm tempted to stick with Claudius, because Claudius was my favourite Roman emperor, he was the best emperor, he was great. No, 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 no. We have to stick with the naming protocol here, because Aphrodite has many sons, actually, but one rather sticks out to me. And that's Priapus, the son of Aphrodite and either Zeus, or Dionysus, or Hermes, depending on which tradition you're reading, because, yes, myths are often just sort of making things up as they go along. But yes, he is the god of livestock, gardens, fruit, and penises. He is literally the god of penises. He's always pictured with a massive penis. He was very popular in Roman art because penises are amusing and have been in every culture throughout history. So, yes, we're going to be having him. And we've got warnings of witchcraft again. So, this guy's nice and clever. We'll just send him out to go and see if we can find any signs of any witches. And oh yes, over here that siege leader is doing a magnificent job just tearing through all of this. This is just great. So, the economy is now looking a lot more rosy. Okay, the Queen of Epirus is gone, and somehow this has led to Bulgaria/France taking even more cocky territory. I don't know how they've stolen this territory, but they just... Oh. France isn't in any way bound by the rules. Have you been attacking your fellow vassals? Because you can attack them, but they can't attack you back. Because you're not de jure. Oh, you sneaky bastards. I bet that's why you made France your primary title, you dicks. Right, so the problem we've got here is, yes, the person who inherited all the old titles, her son, I believe, yes, your son, is actually reporting into France, which is unacceptable. Completely unacceptable. Who's running Hellas right now? It's time for a change of management. And it's another witch hunter. Why are there so many witches around here? Well, to be honest, I'm hunting witches right now too. I can hardly complain. You know what? You've got a good set of stats. You can have it, sure. Though Greece is now a bit of a border-gone mess, so bloody hell, France. You didn't need to do all of this. This is such a mess now. And I see you down there too, Aquitaine. I know this is partly your fault. Okay, one, I'm pregnant. Again, but actually, if we're lucky, maybe one of these babies will inherit genius, because I've not been having any affairs, so kind of hoping for genius to show up at some point, which is great. Number two, so in the end, we caught ourselves a handful of witches, and I'll give you credit, on this occasion, you have found 3 people who aren't Hellenic, so we have got an Orthodox, we have got a Sunni, and we have got a Shia heresy. You know what? Sure, burn them all. That's fine. You haven't got any Hellenics mixed up in there, so good job, witch hunters. And off they flipping pop. And Aquitaine, come now. That's a bit unambitious to only take that one tiny bit of land. Still, you did get a port. Those are a bit valuable, sure. Now, who's dumb enough to rise up against me? Ah, it's these bastards. Again, why is it always these bastards? Oh, but this is a shame. I think while I'm pregnant, No, I'm not allowed to go into battle while I'm pregnant. Oh, I'm going to miss a battle. Aphrodite loves battles. Ooh, but we have got a sword from heaven. Okay, that sounds good. We just stole that from those guys. Hang on, what's a sword from heaven? I tell you what, that's not actually bad. So it's a meteorite sword. La-di flippin' da. So, okay, hang on. Right now I'm using tragedy. That's... wow. That's personal combat skill only plus 10. This is actually plus 12. So, if I wanted to max out my personal combat skill, I'd actually want to go over to this. That's pretty damn cool. Now I've got a meteorite sword. Admittedly, I stole it from somebody else, but it's still good. Oh, flip me. There's something going on in the gene pool here because I am just swimming in daughters who are young military geniuses. So, Princess Rima is a natural martial 11 at age 12. That's ridiculous. Yes, get her the martial education. You know, due credit to Milan. They have done a good job calling in allies, making sure Catholicism gathers around them, spending money on buying mercenaries. They're doing a good job protecting themselves. And oh dear, the third child is a son, but he did not inherit genius. Instead, he's just picked up, yeah, hair lip out of nowhere, which is a bit of a shame. So, okay, another son. Luckily, plenty of names you can pick from here. And we're going to go for Phobos, the child of Ares and Aphrodite, because yes, love and war produced fear. That means literally fear. Together with his twin brother Demos, meaning dismay or something close to that. So, go on then, you may be Phobos. I can't remember whether this was always the case, whether this is a perk thing or whatever, but yeah, actually, I'm now allowed to promote female rulers to commander, and I don't think I used to be able to do that. Maybe I always could. It just happens to be this generation. There's a load of really, really damn well qualified sorts. Right, Anastasia, my close friend, together with Gordani, you're my 2 strongest generals, so get in there with the King of Italy. Because we're trying to do a bit of ransacking against Milan, and they're sending in 4,000 troops. Now, I have got, yeah, they're crossing a river. Other than that, this is plains. My troops should be able to do the job here. I believe these are the troops of Corinthia. So, they're nothing special, but we've also got... Okay, Romula, you did okay. You could have done a little bit better, but we'll say, brawny, just, and brave. That's a good combo, actually. Yeah, bit of a grindy one. Would be easier if I myself were present on the battlefield, but looks like we should have it anyway, especially as... Oh, hang on. Excuse me, did you just collapse on one flank? Okay, but you're going to beat the other flank, so now both of us have got one flank aiming at the other. This is going to be This is going to be close, but I think their centre's going to... Yep, their centre's going to collapse first. And no, both of our centres collapsed. Oh my goodness, you've all let me down. This is shocking. Absolutely shocking. Oh, but never mind, because... Hang on. Hang the flip on. What happened to... Okay, so... Regardless, doesn't matter. I might have just accidentally helped, you know, push Venice over the line. Because Venice just seemed to have eaten all of Milan. So well done, Venice. Though that has made Venice powerful enough that for the first time in about a century, they're demanding a seat on the council, which is fair enough, to be honest. You've got a good leader here. That's perfectly reasonable. I mean, there are better qualified people, but not by a huge amount. 15's still pretty darn good. Okay, actually, both of my sons have a hair lip, despite the fact, hang on, do I have that? No, I don't have that. And neither does my husband, so that's unusual. Does this game actually model recessive genes or something? That'd be wild if so. Ah, just to confirm on Artemisia, by the way, yeah, she never married this guy, but she is his lover. So yeah, she ran away to become the lover of a pirate, which is, you know what, fair enough, good for you. Though he is 64 now, so possibly keep an eye on that. When he dies, she might be willing to come back to court. But here we go. My sister, Romula, 16 years old, but 16 martial is not terrible. You, my girl, are going to be the first shield maiden that we have had inside this empire, possibly ever, actually. I can't remember whether we actually ever made any shield maidens back in the day of Perrin. I'm not sure whether we had any suitable daughters or sisters, so... congratulations, that's going to mean you can also be a commander. Ah, but first, Corinthia is sort of burst as a result of this guy passing away. Okay, shouldn't be too difficult to fix. Let's see who the logical candidate would be. It is you. You are Greek, you're Hellenic, you've got some decent stats on you, all things considered. Sure, why not? And yes, as this whole territory is a bit of a mess, you can have Rhytia and Corinthia. There we go, back to how it should be. Ah, though tragically, my sister is not showing up as a commander option, so I'm guessing that's because, yes, even though she could be a commander normally, the rules of who can be a commander in the Byzantine and or Roman Empire supersede that, so... okay, one day you will be a commander, I promise, we'll find a way. Because, yeah, the game's saying I would need full states of women to have female commanders, but I've already got several female commanders, so... yeah, various laws and rules of empires versus diddly-diddly-dee are sort of clashing against each other here, but it can't hurt to just, yeah, move up the status of women. And okay, little Priapus is growing up quiet. And yeah, he's having trouble learning and speaking because of the hair lip, so I wonder what caused it. I do indeed, because there's no history of it in my family as much as I can recall, so... okay, hang on. Check your... you literally don't have parents because you only came into existence this generation, so... yeah, genetically I've no idea how that happens. Normally I just write it off as an accident, but the fact it happened twice in a row, that's weird. Also, I've just realised I'm leaving State Marshal on the table, because my husband's very good as a Marshal, but if I had a different Marshal, I'd double up. So, okay, sorry, know you're good at the job, but we're going to give it to someone who's almost as good. Because that leads to the State Marshal being much higher. Good. Also, thanks for the reminder that, yeah, life in seclusion isn't so bad and we're running out of food, because the plague has actually moved on. So, we can probably open the gates at this point. Yes, lovely. Oh, and here's fun. Germany sort of popped at some point, so it's lost a lot of territory to one of its neighbours, which is marvellous. That should leave Germany relatively exposed, about, yeah, 12,000 each. So, I mean, we can just walk in and take it. Anytime we flippin' want to, in fact, just out of interest. Do we actually have a... we've got a Great Holy War off cooldown. We could just move in and take Germany. Like, pretty much all of Germany. Like, right now. But then if we did that, oh dear, that would be... no, we definitely want to attack you for that. Or that. We do also have an invasion. Don't forget we've got an invasion. Don't do an invasion for France, though. An invasion for Germany. That would let me take, yeah, literally everything that I actually occupied. Now, everyone in the world would hate me, because we are at, yeah, 83%. Honestly, there's no rush. We're fine. France will take care of this by itself at some point. Also, that bloody King of Aphrodite didn't last very long. Right, he just died, unfortunately. This time, however, remember to give him Corinthia first, because yes, it's a prettier colour on the map. Oh, and here's exciting. I've finally recovered enough from my pregnancy to lead the troops personally again. Love it. Right, my best friend and also one of the best duelists in the bloody world, Anastasia, she's actually second in command of the Olympian champions with a dueling skill of about 84. So you're going to be on one flank, absolutely flippin' lovely. And Gordana, the leader of Croatia, who's been doing a spectacularly good job expanding north, well flippin' done, you on the other. So yes, indeed, we're just going to go flippin' smash this rebellion. And as for Rima, yes, Rima is doing very well. Let's see if we can get her brave. And she gets brave. Love it. And as for Rima, ooh, what do I want to give her? You know what? I'm willing to sacrifice temporarily to give her patient. That's a good military skill, and she's looking really nice. Bloody vassals, defeating the rebels before I can even get there. This is all very rude. I would really like to fight, please. Right, well, you're being executed, you stupid bastard. Ooh, by impaling on spikes. Love it. And another country flips Hellenic. Love it. Seriously, you guys just ask for as much money as you want. We've been stealing a lot of it from northern Italy. Also, I can now 100% confirm it's begun. Due to the fact that, yes, it's the crown laws that say, hey, you have to do what I tell you, and the empire has now expanded well beyond the actual, you know, de jure Roman Empire. Basically, everyone in northern Italy and France and whatever, they can just do whatever the hell they want. They're not bound by the crown laws, and the crown laws are the laws that say, hey, please don't go to war with other vassals. So, yeah, it would appear that Venice and Italy are now at war, and I can't really stop them. I could force, realm peace, if I absolutely wanted to, but honestly, that's fine. If you guys occasionally want to fight, then you can. Honestly, I'm just impressed France and Aquitaine haven't been going at it more. But yeah, the attacker was Italy, because they believe they've got the de jure right to some of this territory that Venice holds, and to be honest, yes they do. That is sort of reasonable. Well, we have at least caught a small handful of rebels, so yes indeed, here we go. Personal combat skill up, zealous opinion up. You, my good man, rebelled against me for some reason. Peasant revolt. Oh, you wanted rights and to be treated fairly. Yeah, well, now you get sacrificed to Zeus. Oh, look at that personal combat skill. That is sexy as anything. Oh, here we go. A chance for more legend. And my friend Anastasia is just basically egging me on. I love the fact that, yeah, she is now the second most competent duelist in the world after me. This is marvellous. So, okay. Arish. Where is that, just out of interest? Here we go. Literally just to the south of you. You know what? I flipping accept. So, personally lead my troops to loot this territory. Done. Okay, so the supply limit here is only about 20-odd thousand, and it's hills. Okay, I think I know what that means. In fact, very conveniently, this lovely bit of France right here will do the job perfectly. Right, deploy the French troops. That's about 26,000 these days, and I have won another peasant revolt there. So, okay, I'll be leading this one personally, actually. Anastasia, this was your idea, so you're coming along too, and who was the guy who was really good at sieging? You're very good at sieging, so congratulations, you're coming along. Also, just look at the work Anatolia's doing over here. Very soon, they would have cleared up some of this border gore. Right, everyone's up to strength, and no, hang on. Put you into, yes, raid mode first, that's important, don't forget to do that. Now on to the boat, and yes, both my children are growing up, quiet. Still, gain some bonus intrigue, which isn't the worst thing in the world. Now, deploy the boat, that is very, very fast indeed, so we'll be there in no time whatsoever. And I appreciate there's going to be a little tiny bit of attrition, so what can you do, eh? What we could do is in, 11 days, before the attrition kicks in, we could just sacrifice the same number of people by, you know, trying to rush the city a bit. So, don't die until we're ready to actually do this. Yeah, there we go. So, as attrition's now kicking in, just basically start moving until we lose the right number of... Okay, never mind. We just... Where do we get the... Oh! How did we just... Wait, what? How did we just walk straight past... Right, well, you're a cocking military genius, apparently. Right, so somehow you just walked straight past a city with 5.5 in terms of defense. So that's good. I mean, honestly, now you're here and now you're raiding and now we know that, yeah, their army's stuck up here for some reason. You kind of may as well just raid the rest of Egypt, to be honest. Ah, but first, Harmonia, who, yes, in accordance with her name, is not looking like she's gonna be a shield maiden. No, that's not her direction in life at all. You can go more down, yeah, duty. That works fine. Right, back on the boat before we suffer any attrition, please. Boat moves round over here. Then we'll just unload and deal with the various little settlements around the coast. Because, yeah, there's some good, rich settlements here. Oh, this one's particularly rich. Yeah, get ashore there. Tear this stuff apart. So, yeah, this is a 5.5 with 1,600 men. So, just out of interest, when we get up to full strength, can we just basically walk straight through this again? Because, seriously, that would be brilliant. And how the hell did we just do that? How are we just walking straight through these territories? This is ridiculous. This is... Okay, Aphroditia is just walking over the cocking walls. We're not even taking casualties. I do not understand how this is happening, but somehow we're able to just walk straight through bloody territories right now. This is... What? This is insane. But this is wonderful. We're making a lot of money. How's the boat looking? Okay, we can fit a lot more money on the boat yet. Continue ransacking. And... Okay, we're entering... Yeah, prosperous age. It's probably due to you, Aphroditia. Although apparently I've got sick of being as nice as Peyron. Alright, I may be a superior warrior, but I'm not as much of a nice person. In all fairness, I do a lot more human sacrifice than Peyron always used to. That's true. Oh, and tragically, young Rima has turned out appallingly badly. Despite the fact I was actually, I was trying to teach her myself. And I actually do have a very good education, but... Okay, that's a bit of a shame. Sorry about that, Rima. You would have been really good otherwise. Do you want to be a shield maiden anyway? Because, to be honest, it's a pretty sweet job. You get like, yeah, look at that, really nice armor and stuff. Okay, you've just got to hang around for a minute because, yeah, we've actually got to, ransack the rest of the money. Because we've got through the city so fast, there's just money sitting out in the countryside we haven't bothered collecting yet. Okay, I've ransacked as much as I can along the coast here, and I don't want to ransack the Idrisids, because if I do, they've got the right to counterattack Carthage, and Carthage is relatively vulnerable. So, honestly, we're probably fine, and also... Okay, there's some raiders over here that need taking care of, because they're currently attacking Constantinople. Okay, this is why we don't let vassals take care of Constantinople, because nonsense like this happens. Okay, guys, I'm on my way back. I'll be back in just a second. Okay, time to head over to the latest Hellenic country, check how they're getting on. And unfortunately, yes, it would appear that this conversion is not going so well, so that's fine. We just stole a fairly large amount of money from the territories down south. We'll funnel it towards these guys. Also, Athenia apparently came of age, the game didn't tell me about it, and yeah, in terms of both abilities and haircut, it has not turned out well. So, how about we just get you matrilineally married, and hopefully the next generation will be better. And yes, indeed, poor Priapus, due to his hair lip, has been very much about the sneakiness and not much else, so we'll move him towards intrigue, sure. I've also been asked by my brother Dionysius to go and duel, yes, Gordana. She's told me where to find him, which I know because she works for me, Dionysius, because I'm the Empress, but... Okay, fine. We'll go and duel her, whatever. Alright, my personal combat skill is now up to 141, and it could be higher. Because bear in mind, yeah, I could go over to war, I could go over to a dueling focus, so, yeah, this is all very, very good. In fact, you know what? I would like to be the best duelist I could be. So, Hunter's fine. Hunter is fine, but... Yeah, you know what? Screw it, yes. So, choose military aspect. We're swapping over to duelist. Yes, so that is the maximum amount of martial and also personal combat skill. So, yeah, that's up to 38 now and 161 personal. Oh, that's ludicrously high and I love it. I could nudge it up by another 2 by going over to the Meteorite Sword, and another 10 by going over to War. I don't know how else to boost it, other than by getting a bit of experience, which is, honestly, precisely what we're about to do, so that's fine. Just do bear in mind, this is a duel for fun, not for murder. I offer her my best taunting smile. It does not take long before I've seen to injure her. Okay, so yes, the game acknowledges this was a very easy one for me. So she's only got a swollen wrist. It's nothing serious. Health down a tiny amount. Legend progress, very, very nice indeed. Renown, lovely. And even better, she didn't take it badly. She came up to me afterwards to ask for advice. Love it. And another flipping child too. At this point, I'm just replying, well, okay, I suppose. Oh, and Decimus, with his personal combat skill of 10, wants to take me on in arm wrestling. Okay, let's just show him what the flip's what. Oh, flipping my, I was winning, but he gave me a sex wink. So, I could actually, yes, cause that to be distracting. But no, I'm chased apparently. Am I chased? Have I always been chased? Okay, yes, I think I'm chased. I'm not sure how long that's been the case, but it's been the case. I've been popping out children regardless, but whatever. No. I only care about my husband. Not my first one, he was a dick, but this one seems pretty good. So I could yell at him, but he doesn't actually like me. I'm a lousy winner. He might challenge me to a duel, or I could be nice. In either case, the legend goes up, so... you know what? Screw it. If he wants to challenge me to a duel, I will murder the flip out of him. I mean, that's just duel experience. I want to get duel experience ahead of the legendary journey. And oh my goodness, we actually have twins. Okay, now I'm wishing we'd held off for, you know, Phobos and Deimos, but, okay, well, you could be, Dama. We'll see if the other one's also a girl. Yes, she is. So, you may be... okay, you're identical. And John, of course they're identical. They've got the same zodiac sign, because they're twins. Okay, so now we have got Phoba and Dama. So we do actually have twins, and had I known twins were coming, I would have, like, you know, not named the random boy who wasn't a twin Phobos. Also, mild confusion here. So, there's a jihad for Egypt, which has been put against the Pope, but he's also declared war on us, and the Pope doesn't have... does the Pope even have anything? I don't know what the Pope's... hang on, what? I'm not the Pope, you know. Okay, for some reason the game acted like I was the Pope, but, okay, that's fine. So there is now a jihad for Egypt. They want to take Alexandria off us, so... good luck with that, you stupid losers. Hopefully, the rest of all of these guys will now show up to assist. Because also, I don't know how many people are planning to join him, though. I swear Arabia is bigger than it used to be. Like, are the Abbasids being pushed out by Arabia? Because I swear they've lost some territory. Okay, we've got 5,000 troops right on the ground over there. So that's just the forces of Antioch. We've got about 7,000 up over here. The big one, of course, is France. Best thing we can do is what we just did. Just raise them and bloody hell. 31,000 troops. Okay, we need to be careful where we raise France, because we need to make sure there's enough, you know, supply to bloody make them stand up. So that's weird. Okay, you guys get out onto the ocean, prepare to take France over. France should be able to basically just beat these guys single-handedly. But we need to be a bit careful just because of supply limits. Okay, Sicily, do you want in on this? Sicily has 500 boats. Amazing. Yeah, you know what? You guys can pick up the forces from Anatolia on your way past. That should be enough. Right, me and my sisters-in-arms are going to be controlling the main army. The secondary army will leave to the other kings. And we get a massive morale bonus off the ball. Lovely. And oh my goodness, Thetesia, who is actually these days living down over here in the big African empire, she sent me a puppy. Oh, thank you so bloody much. I shall call him Hunter, because I'm literally a hunter and I'm not that imaginative. Alright, Aphrodisia. What we did last time we were here, same thing again, please. Just basically, yeah, just push in and instantly, you're just instantly taking territory. This is ridiculous. I don't know how she's doing this, but we're already up to, yep, 22%. You made a real mistake attacking Aphrodisia, by the way, because she is just going up to the cities and accepting their surrender one by one. Ooh, and Anastasia wants a duel. I'm going to be honest, Anastasia, we're kind of in the middle of, like, you know, a jihad at the minute, but as soon as we're done, I promise I'll come and kick your ass. One of ours has been caught a bit out of position over here, and even with the hill advantage, they're going to lose, which is a bit of a shame. How are you guys doing, by the way? And why are you ×2? Please bring your forces together and actually, like, you know, have some good commanders or whatever. Like, everybody on board for this one. Because I'm guessing you guys can't just walk into a city, right? And no, well, actually, kind of. Yeah, the siege tech's still pretty good. You're not doing as well as Aphroditia, who can just look at a city and it surrenders. But, you know, that's not bad. It's not bad at all. We do have some severe supply problems here, but Aphroditia needs to have herself a proper battle. This is where one of their main armies is. We're going to take ourselves a bit of attrition going in this direction, while this force just keeps mopping up. So 3, 2, 1, get in there. Taking some tiny losses, but honestly, it's not much at all. 77%, dealing with some of these bastards, and captured in battle. Well, you can be sacrificed to Zeus then. Right, and, oh, we've already defeated them. Right, okay, so that was fast. Yes, Aphroditia just basically wins faster than we can keep an eye on it, though we're also dying in the desert, which is kind of a bit unfortunate. Yep, they've just collapsed immediately. And we're going to be losing again, only a little bit, mind, only a tiny bit, and oh dear, this is 2. Right, just getting over here. You getting over here. That should be 2 good victories. There's got to be some good money going around here somewhere. Another 3 days, 2 days, 1 day. Getting over here, 86%. Just keep on keeping on. Aha! We have located one of their main armies down over here, who's currently trying to deal with a Catholic uprising. So, yeah, head straight over there, intercept them, murder them. That should be enough, together with what you're doing over here, to get a victory. And we're going to lose some more troops just to the bloody mountains. What can you do, eh? Now, where are you going? Hang on. You're going over here towards these guys. You're heading up north, and does anyone know what this army's doing here? I don't know, but you're going to lose, so please just stand down, because there's no reason for you to be there. You are ready to assault in 2 days. Yeah, then you can go and deal with these guys. Your main job is just to get over here and hit these guys. So yeah, in 2 days, you're going to do this. Yeah, begin the assault. Costs a bit of morale, but not much at all. And then you should be able to just go over here and murder these guys. There is a little bit of a disadvantage. It's a river crossing. That's fine. When I say that's fine, with 3,000 reinforcements coming in, then again, you're coming in over here. This is going to be, yeah, you know what? 15,000 troops and also reinforcements. No, actually. Send the reinforcements in this direction. They've got another 11,000 coming from below. Now, Aphroditia is mighty, but regardless, 11,000 people is a lot. So, we're going to start this battle now. And, oh, just look how fast the center's collapsing. She's not taking casualties. She's just chased them off. This is ludicrous. This is absolutely ridiculous. She just basically just went screaming into the front line with tragedy in one hand and the Axe of Peyron in the other. And they've just collapsed. And we've just flipping killed someone who sounds fairly important too. And they're sending in reinforcements, the poor bastards. They're sending in reinforcements. And sacrifice you. Sacrifice more people. Thank you for the money. There's more people. No, they're backing away. No, get after them. Get after them, the stupid bastards. 90%. No. This is not good enough. Where's the other guy, by the way? Where's the guy who's only got 9,000? Send him over here and then... Never mind, we're taking on the 5,000 right now. Okay, so we have to just kill these guys next and... We're just trashing their army bit by bit. I don't even know what's happening right now, but we appear to be winning. Aphrodisia's basically killing everybody. And another great victory. Aphroditia just riding them down over here. More people trying to come over here. That is wow, that's a 6.5. That's tough. That's very tough. Up to 93%. 94%. We've killed a lot of them. We've killed an awful lot. How many people can stand here? About 14,000. You know what? Just push your way in. This has got to be de jure Egypt. This is fine. Just get in there. 94%. Why is it holding at 94%? I feel like we should have made more progress than this by now. Right, Aphroditia, just keep pushing. Keep pushing, please. Holding at 94. 3, 2, 1. Still holding at 94. Why are we stuck at 94? And war score from occupation is limited to 85%. Okay. Fair enough. So, what does that mean? It means we need to win battles. Well, that we can do. I'm going to say that we can do. Where are their actual troops? Do we know where their troops are? Okay, send everybody back north in a hurry. Alright, we need to get people back north because we need to hunt down their armies because, there's 13,000 people that we can murder. Good, good, good. Bear in mind, Aphrodisia does have, bonus 10% movement. We should be able to outmaneuver these people. Don't care about whoever that is. Okay. We just need to hunt down. There's 13,000. Go. Straight over in that direction, please. That is spot on. Aphrodisia, just go and collapse that army if you'd be so kind. We have reinforcements nearby if you need them. You're going to take some attrition passing through this territory, annoyingly, but you'll be only there for a split second. If you're lucky, it won't be a problem. But yeah, we need to get another big victory under our belt, and also we need to sort out Greece in a second. But yeah, first this battle, and once again, Aphrodisia she's just destroying them. Alright, the flanks are only just skirmishing, and Aphrodisia's already cocking one. So 95%, and yes, that's... Aphrodisia is unstoppable. She is the greatest warrior I have ever seen in this game. And they're sending in reinforcements, but it's too flipping late, and... oh my goodness, my hunting dog ran away, and oh dear, my hunting dog possibly was possessed by Satan. That does actually happen sometimes. Okay, I might have the Satan dog event. 99%, this is just sad for you. Chase after them, get after their troops, you should be able to easily outrun them. Another 12,000 troops here, we're trying to run into each other right now, but at this point, just look at it. No one can stand in the way of Aphrodisia, and my dog just keeps killing other people's dogs. That's 2 other dogs in a row it's killed. And they're trying to send in reinforcements, but it's too late. It's too flipping late. This is ridiculous. We're just going to kill a few more of them, possibly. Actually, their leader's present, apparently. Yeah, that's him. That's him. We might capture him. We could actually catch him right now. He's offering peace. Oh, no. Oh, no. We might be about to capture you, my friend. Just wait for this battle to be over. We don't accept surrender until... that wasn't him. Get sacrificed. That's not him. Get sacrificed. No, we didn't capture him. Boo. Boo, I say. You know what? This is fine. Then again, I say this is fine. There's more people coming in right now. We could just sort of continue fighting, because you guys seem to be wanting to have a go from hills. Yeah, you know what? Do it. You want to come and attack me? You come and attack me. Let's just flipping murder some more people. Oh, look, you're all dead. Again. Honestly, this is just good battlefield experience for Aphrodisia. She's getting stronger and stronger from this, alright? Every person you put in her way just makes her more powerful. Right, having murdered literally everybody, I think it's time for you lads to step the flip down. And there we go. I've just won. How much did you pay in compensation there, by the way? I assume some. Oh, hang the flip on here. Battlefield sacrifice stacks. Every single person I murder on the battlefield is worth... wow. Is worth +5 each. I assumed it would be capped at 1. But no. That's actually leading to... well, oh, the flip K. By the way, Anastasia, the jihad's over, so how do you feel about doing some dueling now? And in her defense, she gave me a good duel, so yes, my initial confidence began to wane, my movements are getting sloppy, but I land an injury. So she's wounded with a swollen ankle, but she gave me a good fight. And oh my, I'm allowed to actually do a proper Roman triumph. Okay, this is pretty good. No. Glorious triumph for me. Chariots, captive slaves, the whole lot. Although tragically successfully defending a crusade doesn't actually get me a perk, but it does get me a new title. So, Pontifex Maxima Aphroditia the Lionheart. Amazing. Oh, look at that. We've lowered the Abbasid armies down to 5,000. That was one a hell of a thrashing. Also, we've got like 39 people we captured during the recent raiding and whatnot. Okay, sorry, didn't realise we had so many of you guys here. Oh, and my vassals are taking advantage. Armenia is jumping straight in against these guys. Yes, well done, good initiative. Another arm wrestling challenge, and yes indeed. I think I can handle the strongest person present because personal combat skill of 40. Dear oh flipping dear. Yes, take on the strongest person in the room. And I was winning, but then he started to push back. And with my intrigue, I can tell he's cheating by moving his elbow, which is apparently cheating. Didn't know arm wrestling had rules, but there you go. And as a result of that, I win. And yes, let's just be a bad winner so he might challenge me to a duel. Oh yeah, he's there for the challenge. Good, 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 good. Let's flip and do this. And it turns out a super easy victory. But we killed him. Didn't really mean to kill him, to be honest. I thought we were just doing this for honor. Like, don't kill him. But, I mean, okay, sure. And my brother, who I'm increasingly suspicious is just trying to get me killed so he can take over, now wants me to track down somebody to go and murder him. But to be honest, I should be able to handle that. So, yes, I accept you, stupid loser. Let's go take him out. And, okay, hang on. Hang on, where is he? Why can't I duel him? Oh, I've been dueling too recently. Fair enough. I've got to, you know, wash the blood off first. Here we go. Duel cooldown is over. Let's go murder this guy. Now, I could convene with my agents to accept being a bit deceitful and try and manipulate the duel in my favour, but to be perfectly honest, I don't really need to. I can very easily win by myself. He's nothing. So, walk away and leave him severely injured, or finish him off. And, honestly, yeah, Merciless is not good. That's -10 to everybody. So, that's not good. That's not good at all. Presumably the legend is satisfied just by beating him. So, yeah, we'll go for that. That's fine. And my children are starting to come of age, and young Harmonia could actually be a great civilian leader. This is all very promising. Oh dear. It would appear that my husband has been playing away from home. So, right. Sorry, we're gonna need to sort that out. Here's some money. Naff off, you bastards. Right, you know what? I'm getting too old for these stupid idiots who keep doing stupid things. I'm just going to pick someone based on stats to help out with the running of the Empire. Oh, now you're very solid indeed, my good man. Yes, you'll do perfectly. By the way, you're my husband now. Congratulations. At some point, we'll get you a hat or something. I don't know. Oh, we got a tragedy here, though. Died attending to chamber business. So, yes, Priapus has died. And he did have dysentery at the time, so I'm not too suspicious. Story checks out. However, I am slightly concerned that apparently... When I divorced the last guy, and also what happened to my spy master? Does anyone know what happened to my spy master? I'm not sure. But, yes, it would kind of appear... By the way, you can be spy master. You're good at your job, and you seem to like me. Yes, that when I divorced my last husband... He seems to have taken all the children with him, despite the fact that they're matrilineal, and thus, oh, bloody hell. Well, that's a concern, because right now, logically, yes, hang on, are you at least still here? Okay, Harmonia is still here. Whether anyone's going to want to vote for her is another question. So right now, yes, my eldest son is actually being held by my ex-husband, who I sort of kicked out of... Right, well, this is all very unfortunate. Oh, but here's fun. Now the Pope's gonna have a go at Egypt. But, like, are you going for me? Or are you going for them? Like, 'cause I'm not 100% sure who you're actually going for right now. Okay, you're going for the Abbasid dynasty. Good. Good luck with that. Works for me. Because, in all fairness, you've picked a good moment for it. Those guys are... Yeah, they've had a lot of beatings recently. So, good luck. In fact, I'm pretty confident Armenia did not used to expand this far, so, yeah, they've lost more territory, and there's totally some form of revolt going on, isn't there? Well, we will see how that goes with great interest. And yes, the dog that keeps murdering other dogs, I should definitely train him myself, because that is... Actually, I've already got Diligent. Okay, it never hurts to spend more time with a dog regardless. Okay, well, bloody done me. At the age of 45, I'm pregnant. I was not expecting that. I thought I was past the cutoff in this game, but okay. And yeah, I may be pregnant, but I'm still gonna, you know, kick the arse of basically anybody whose arse I can kick at arm wrestling. And apparently my next mission is to go and attack the Netherlands or something. So, okay, sure, we'll go and do that. Alright, that's going to be plenty enough army. Go into loot mode and head straight over there. It's a tiny independent area. Should be no problem whatsoever. In fact, we should be able to just walk straight through it, though it's going to take a little bit of time just to actually get ready to assault it. At which point, Aphrodite should just walk straight in. Officially, that's all we needed to do. But you know what? While we're here, may as well burn down the rest of it. Oh, never mind. Half of it already belongs to us. Don't burn down that. Okay, fair enough. And it's another boy, so yes, to go with Phobos, who's admittedly gone a bit missing, this kid shall be Deimos. Lovely. Also, oh my goodness, it's happened. Artemisia's come home, because I assume her lover died of old age, so she's come home. I'm really touched, that's so nice. The prodigal daughter has returned. Oh, I really wish I could give her the job of Chancellor, but yes, actually, the current King of France would really like to have that position. He's actually very well qualified for it, so, yes, sorry, that has to go to him. And, oh, the flip my. Harmonia has come of age, and she got Midas touched. Okay, she is just, she's diligent, she's temperate, she's trusting. I'm not sure whether anyone will vote for her, but she's very much in the mould of Callistos, actually. You know, fascinatingly, there's actually a fair few votes for Romula. I was not expecting Romula to get votes, but okay. You know what? I'm willing to vote for her. Let's see if anyone else is willing to follow my vote, because, yeah, just in terms of, then again, Dionysus is probably going to predecease me. Romula, not so much. She's my sister, but she's a lot younger. So, her stats aren't quite as good yet, but give her time. I suspect, yeah, Dionysius is going to be predeceasing me anyway, so that's fine. If anyone starts voting for Harmonia, I'm willing to back them, so, yep, some people are willing to back me. Oh, wow, everyone's willing to back me. Everyone loves Aphroditia so much, or possibly they're so afraid of her, they're willing to back Romula. Now, wouldn't it be good if Romula could be the Empress? Yes, here comes the big one. Estonia and Lithuania appear to have, yes, merged together. So, okay. Welcome aboard, you magnificent bastard. Now just stay alive while I shovel money at you. Ah, funny change around here, by the way. Alania and Georgia no longer actually includes the Bosnian stuff. Now, Bosnia is supposed to be, I believe, part of Dalmatia de jure. So, fair enough. I'm just going to merge all of this into Dalmatia. There we go, that's fine. Aside from the bits that belong to Alania, the bits that belong to Alatia, the bits that belong to France, and the bits that belong to Corinthia. But yes, in all fairness, I believe de jure that should have been the case all along. So, finally, Alania is not present over here. Aside from one territory, which is very welcome, because that one bit of territory means I can summon the Alanian armies right here in Europe. And on account of all the beautiful laws I've been passing, Harmonia, how would you like to be the steward for the entire empire? France, do you mean you need to have a bit of a chat, because I can't help but notice you just had my husband murdered for basically no reason whatsoever. He wasn't even, excuse me, yes, over here for a second, please. We need to talk about this. I mean, I'm going to be honest, Job. You're very useful, and you haven't actually caused much in the way of trouble, but you did just have my husband murdered. I'm not even that angry. I'm just sort of curious why. Actually, you know what we're going to do? We're going to send you a lovely gift, a big pile of money. Isn't that nice of us? So now we're at plus 88. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to do the one thing to you that's worse than murdering your loved ones. I'm going to demand Gavelkind, because I can't help but notice you've got a lot of sons and a lot of titles all over the world that I wouldn't mind seeing split up a bit. So, yeah, you're going to be Gavelkinding now. And for 200 gold, he'll do it. Well, there you flippin' go. I consider us even at this point. And tragically, the Pope failed to do anything significant in Egypt whatsoever. Yeah, Catholicism in general not doing so hot right now. Still, on the plus side, I have got myself, yes, a eunuch that moved in recently to be a very good spy master. Beautiful. In fact, that's a good council all round. Okay, just as I need a husband, here we go. There's an old commander over close by to Good Dog, and he is apparently, yes, a very, very good siege leader. Seems pretty decent all round. Sure, you've got good stats, that'll be fine. This is husband number, 4, I believe. But it's not really my fault, they just keep being dicks. And here we go, just pour money into Estonia, as much money as they'll take. Oh my goodness, I need a new marshal, and the most qualified person is my best friend, Anastasia. I've been on so many wars with her. She's the Queen of Antioch. She's second in command of the Lodge. I'm really glad you get to be commander. That's lovely. And also, apparently you're... Ah, yes, of course. She's actually my niece as well. Sorry, I forgot that. This is what the Roman Empire is right now. The world's greatest warrior aunt is just travelling around with her niece, trashing everything. Oh my! It would appear that my new best friend in Estonia is going to be the target of, yeah, a crusade. Well, no. No. I think we'll be joining that, actually. We'll just be joining that, and, yeah, let's see if they really want to actually... Wait, hang on, of the Roman Empire. Wait, of the Myrmidons? No, sorry, I was already in. That's fine. Sorry, we'd already joined. That's A-okay. Yes, right now, 1% of the strength has actually decided to commit to that, so don't worry, Estonia. We've got your back. Admittedly, it says crusade for Poland, but I'm guessing you hold a lot of kingships, right? Yeah, Estonia, Lithuania. Weirdly not Poland, but whatever. Oh my goodness, just look at this Hellenism. It has spread like wildfire across Northern Europe, even up into Scandinavia. Africa, there's still a little bit of African stuff floating around, but for the most part, oh, it's beautiful. I'm pretty sure this is now the world's dominant religion. Also, far away from home, Phobos has come of age with his deadbeat dad, and unfortunately, yeah, not sure that's gonna fly. Wow, literally nobody is being voted for, apart from Romala. That is crazy. Except now I'm curious whether I might actually be more interested in Harmonia taking over. If I did vote for Harmonia myself, would anybody be willing to follow that vote? I don't know whether they would or not, because she's not such a military leader at all. But Harmonia would be... they're all... wow. They are all just following me. Now that split the vote a little bit. Just a little bit. In fact... Harmonia herself is voting for Romula. Oh, that's very sweet. But, yeah, basically, that's just overwhelming. They're just voting for whoever I want them to vote for at this point. Aphroditia is just dominant. Everyone either loves her so much or is too terrified of her. They do not dare vote any other way. Also, I think Scotland's gone missing. Yeah, their mistake was going heretic, so there were a series of holy wars against them. So Scotland is just gone at this point. That's very sad for Scotland. Okay, time has moved on because, yes, the legend bar fills up very, very slowly. I've been desperately boosting it as fast as I can, but yeah, this kid being not of my court, it's been a little bit tricky to do, except, now he's an adult, I might be able to do it, so that might be enough to push us over. So, with that, the legend bar might just fill up to, yeah, 100%. It's there. It's done. Okay, we're ready for the legendary journey. So, I've just passed the age of 50, unfortunately. So, I have got the old age minus, but that's only 15. Alright, I'm still at 150. So, what we're going to do is move myself over to a war footing. Because that's what we're doing. We're literally marching to war. And then it's just a question of what we want to take with us. We've already got Immortal. That's obviously pretty darn good. Tragedy is, yeah, that's plus 10. Now, the Meteorite Sword, that gets me up to plus 12, but I don't know if there are going to be any checks in the meantime that depend on Martial, because that does get me, it's only 2. You know what? Tragedy has served me well so far. I am going to keep Tragedy in my right hand. And though the game might not be willing to admit it, we all know she's secretly got the Axe of Peyron in her left. Also, didn't realise this, I'm not actually allowed to wear the Imperial Diadem anymore, because, yes, that's actually just for the Byzantine Empire, not for the Roman. So, okay, I need to make myself a new hat at some point. And here we go, the journey begins. We are going to literally close the circle. It is time for me to do just as Peyron did before me. We are going east and we're going to take out the Abbasid dynasty. Flipping again. And if this one-eyed bastard would like to come and take me on, I am more than happy to flipping murder him. So, my niece and best friend, Anastasia, is coming along too, obviously, because, yeah, she's actually under 50 and still a very, very skilled duelist. Very, very nice indeed. And, okay, wow, finally, again, the circles are being closed here. The Bulgarian skull that Peyron picked off the battlefield during the war for the throne of Serbia so many centuries ago, and we tried to give it back to the Bulgarians to give it a proper burial, but the game wouldn't allow it. we finally get to do something with it. We get to actually turn it into a drinking vessel. Not entirely what I was planning to do with it, given the Bulgarians are now our best friends, but on the other hand, they did also just murder my husband, so sure, why not? There we go, so people who are cruel apparently really enjoy this thing. Nice. And my other fellow commander, Gordana, will be coming along too. She's just past 50, but she's still a decent fighter. So, yeah, either I can accept some splint mail or pay her for it. Yeah, you know what? We'll pay her for it. So that's more great progress towards the journey. And another circle closes. My beloved hunting dog has passed away, which is probably for the best, really, because he kept murdering other dogs. So him being not around anymore, there's a net gain of dogs in the world. This is probably good. Another circle closes over here as well. So, yeah, after many episodes of people in the comments saying, please sort out the border gore in Asia Minor, Thrace looks like they're finally about to do it. All of the border gore pretty much is now gone. Alright, here we flipping go. I don't know who's going, but I think it is just basically the 3 most badass women in the Roman Empire. I think it's me, Anastasia, and Gordana. I think we're the only ones going, because I think it was 3 when Payrun went as well. I think it's just 3 people, so okay, let's flipping go. Okay, so the game's not exactly giving us an easy start here. We've run into, yeah, just some random guy in the road, and he's got skill 108. So, okay, I have got experience. This is fine. I am still much better than him, but I'm worried that if I pick up too many wounds, yeah, it's gonna hurt me down the line. But this is all absolutely fine. I was not wounded. My duel experience is going up, so I'm getting stronger and stronger. This is absolutely fine. So we've just basically stuck tragedy straight in his chest. This is good. This is a good starting point. So I go up to 161. No, I am renowned duelist ×2 right now, and I am picking up some duel experience, which is great, but maybe that caps out, I'm not sure. Also, that does remind me, my son loves me right now, because yes, we're both part of the champions, so is there any chance you'd like to, you know, come back to court? Yes, good. I'm really sorry about the misunderstanding with your dad, by the way. Right, so we're down in Nubia somewhere, so we've wandered down over here. Admittedly, I'm not sure Nubia is actually part of the Abbasid dynasty, but whatever. We're just wandering around murdering people who aren't Roman. That's a-okay. And, yes indeed, someone yells, go home. Well, screw you, I'm just about to go and murder you now. And yep, nice easy one. He was much less skilled than the previous guy. Another one comes powering in. He is a strong duelist, but, yeah, only 79. Should be able to handle that. So yeah, you know what? I can deal with all of this, but I'm picking up wounds. I've now become wounded. So it's only a swollen wrist, but that's still a concern. Alright, because I'm not going to be able to recover this anytime soon. So that's -15. So we're still at 147 because dual experience is going up. Next up, we got ourselves a strong, aggressive giant. So, okay. Honestly, this seems fine. This is absolutely fine, but oh dear. Anastasia's looking a bit pale about this one. I feel like I should be able to handle this, to be honest, and yes indeed, you die now, he yells, swinging a massive club, but basically, screw you. Okay, so I'm still only wounded at the minute. It's only a small wound, because I am a very skilled duelist, and every bit of duel experience makes me the tiniest bit stronger. And who's up next? It's another 81. This shouldn't be that bad, and okay, there's another person in the same tournament. So, okay, there's just 2 giants in similar tournaments down the road. These are probably competing Colosseums or something. So, that's absolutely fine. He did the exact same thing, so I was probably expecting it on this occasion. This is going well. We're getting stronger again. We're offsetting the swollen wrist. And, wow. Okay, that was fast. I heal bloody fast. In fact, now I am scarred. Oh, yeah. Now you guys are screwed. Now I am 169, and that is one nice bit of murder right there. And while we do this, Hellenism is just looking beautiful up north. Catholicism is looking really, really tiny these days. It's basically just the British Isles and Germany. That's pretty much your lot. No, that's it. That's it. I've come home not even wounded. I mean, Peyron made it home, but he made it home so severely wounded, he never recovered. I've come home with just a scar. I'm not even injured. I'm splattered with blood because I couldn't be bothered to clean it off. I guess it's part of, you know, the general aesthetic and whatever. But my own daughter and heir has come out to see me. The bards will sing of your accomplishments for generations to come. They say you took down an army of 100 men and wild lions. I don't remember any of that, but I'm sure that's true. My lady, welcome home. In the palace, the Olympian champions are singing a song of battle. Its melody inviting you to celebration. And I get myself a bloody second legendary journey bloodline, because I've done it once with the Warriors of Peyron and once again with the Olympian champions. So apparently that just counts twice. So that actually gets me... wow, that one's actually pretty good. Permanent morale boosts, general opinion +5, and sex appeal up. Well, you know what? I'm not going to deny it. I am a sexy bastard. So, the blood of Peyron flows through my veins. He helped me. His blood helped me with these victories. And the immortal blood of Alexander, that's helped too. Though admittedly we made that up, but you know, whatever. The blood of Hermes the Glorious, that didn't help so much with the fighting. But, you know what? Destroyer's blood, I'll flippin' take that. The Destroyer's blood. Alright, that's pretty damn good. And, on top of that, that's... okay, so the blood does a totally different thing to what it said before. Why do I get, like, more... why do I get more sexy? In that case, why am I sexy? Ah! I'm sexy because I'm a renowned hero. That's just for me. So, I am gonna get lucky tonight. Marvellous. But the actual bloodline is opinion from people who are just, +5... personal combat skill +10 against. That's now at 179, which is ridiculous. Prestige going up another 0.1. And bonus chance of capturing enemy commanders. And I was already very good at capturing enemy commanders because of the society I'm in. So watch out, you stupid bastards, because now I really flipping mean it. And if you stack all of this on top of each other, the number of men I can now raise is 171,000. 22,000 all of my own, 128,000 from my vassals, 3,000 odd is just these specifically Byzantine troops I just keep hanging around. So they're super cheap and it gives you access to the commanders. They're pretty good commanders generally, so that's a thing worth doing. And the retinues is about 18,000 troops right now. And I've been lax with that because I've been investing heavily in the tech around Rome. So actually I could increase that by a further, what, 35–40%, something of that nature. So yeah, actually that would actually translate through to probably another 10,000 in retinue. I can probably get my retinues up to about 30,000 permanently standing men, which is more than Germany can raise full flipping stop, though it's hard to compare right now because they're in the middle of a big rebellion. Okay, what about England? How many troops have England got at their max? Oh dear. About, yeah, if they were at full strength, maybe 17, 18 odd thousand. So basically, yes, my existing retinue can already beat England, and that's with, you know, 50 odd % of it missing right now. So, okay. There we go. We have retraced Peyron's steps. Alright, it looks like any second now, the last few little holes in the Empire, those last few bits of Bortigor are going to be sorted out. Though admittedly, yes, there's a bit of internal bickering. It wouldn't be Rome without some internal bickering, because these guys are now just allowed to just, you know, attack each other. But for the most part, they've been very good. They've been very good indeed. Aquitaine is clearly interested in Spain, down over here. France, meanwhile, is much more interested in Germany and its surrounding territories, which is great. Dalmatia and Carinthia have both been expanding north too. Good work over there. Estonia is now... yeah, Estonia flippin' loves me. Estonia absolutely adores me. Though they won't form an alliance regardless, just because, yeah, basically it seems to be pretty much impossible for an empire this size to have allies. Which is a shame, because it would be nice to have you guys on board. You wouldn't exactly be, you know, contributing much, but still it would be nice. And as for the great terror that we feared, Genghis Khan himself, well, unfortunate update there. Genghis Khan is dead. He didn't die in battle, he didn't die in a glorious duel. he died from an infected wound. So, yeah, bit of a sad ending for him. And in all fairness, his stats were hardly that impressive anyway, to be perfectly honest. So a new kid's taken over, and honestly, I don't think much to him. I mean, look at that. Pretty underwhelming, really. We've got plenty of people who could kick his ass, and yeah, the event spawn is now down to 7,000. He's got 8,500 as a horde, but honestly, as I say, 175,000 odd troops. Probably 185 when I get everything going. And that, of course, is... Hang on. Sorry. We've got to factor in, of course, I have got a very good Holy Order that at full strength has about 10,000 troops. And I am also catastrophically rich. So, you know, if I needed to, I could just get myself... There's another 7,000 men. There's another 6,000. Basically, yes, I can field 200,000 men nice and easily. I shouldn't, because there's nowhere in the world they could stand without immediately dying of starvation or whatever attrition represents precisely, but I could, so I am not worried by the Mongols. Not in the flipping slightest. They are clearly, you know, all bark, no flipping bite. But you know what, ladies and gentlemen? I think this time, seriously actually, for real, it's time for us to wrap up this series, because at this point, there is nothing left that can stand against us. Absolutely. I could prepare an invasion against the Idrisids, or call a great holy war against Germany. There would be nobody who could stand in my way at this point. I could just slowly eat Spain, eat England, eat Germany. Probably don't eat Estonia. I like Estonia. Me and Estonia are fine. We're best friends. So that's no problem whatsoever. But yeah, there'd be nothing to stop me just eating basically the entire Catholic and Islamic world and then slowly working east. The Mongols would not stand in my way. I could paint the map purple, and it's a good purple. So, as tempting as that is, I feel like I have done everything we need to do at this point. The circle has been closed. A great warrior has risen again. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for us to look back over our journey. Oh, hang on. Almost forgot the most important thing of all there. Yeah, bring me a goldsmith. I need a better hat. Oh, and this just seems perfect. I mean, forget the stupid Imperial Administrator's crown thingy. A hero's crown. And apparently I also get an Axe of the Ancestors. To be honest, I paid you to make a crown. Why have you made an axe? Oh, quality of 4. Right, flipping here. Feudal +4, city +3, tribal +3. I mean, hats are the best thing in the world, but... it's called the Hero's Crown. That's not bad at all. Now, okay. Tragedy. That is a +2, including +10 to personal combat skill. Prestige a little bit, whatever. But, yeah, 10% to light, 15% to heavy. The Axe of the Ancestors that you've given me is... okay, so this is a show axe. Got it. I see, yes, this is an axe for show. It doesn't actually help with fighting. I think you've misunderstood why I enjoy axes, so we're just going to keep this one. Maybe we'll give it to somebody else as a present. But once upon a time, ladies and gentlemen, there was a county called Zeta, named after the valley that ran through it, and no one in the world had really heard of Zeta. And Zeta was a small place. It most definitely didn't have the most beautiful garden in all the world. It most definitely didn't have 6 different sub-regions. It most definitely didn't have the most advanced hospital in the cooking world, a prosperous trade port, and prosperity in general. This place is, it is the cultural and military heart of the entire world. Let us not forget, there is a great library here. There is a scholars' foundation. There is a glorious monument. There are regimental grounds. There is a centre of worship. We have put time, attention, love into Zeta. And now, though the political capital has moved to Rome, we all really know that Zeta is the centre of the world. And let us go back to that very first man, the Count of Zeta. We're going over to the flipping Chronicles. Because once there was a man by the name of Leon, of the House Koiros Facties, and you've got to remember, unlike many historical figures who have, like, you know, history, going back, you could trace their lineage back hundreds of years, potentially. Like when we did Cornwall, you could do that, but no. Not Leon of House Koiros Factes, alright? He officially doesn't have parents. We don't know who he is. He literally just woke up one morning and said, you know what? I'm going to be part of a dynasty. I'm going to make a little shield. It's going to be like white and purple, which is very appropriate for many a true nerd. That's great. We're going to call it Koiros Factes. It's going to be amazing. And his wife just sort of humoured him, alright? She didn't think it was going to go anywhere, but that's fine. Sometimes he got stupid ideas, like, you know, creating a double beard. Like, that's ever going to flipping catch on. But the thing that you've got to remember about Leon the Just is no one expected anything of him whatsoever. He was the lowliest count that I could find, and yet now his house, his double beard, reverberates around the world. And perhaps what we should remember more than anything else is Leon was a fighter, alright? Leon didn't have an empire behind him. Leon had nothing. He saved and he saved and he saved until he could afford enough mercenaries to basically attack literally everyone around him, because everybody wanted to attack him. He could have been swallowed up by his neighbours so many times, so he spent his life scrapping on the front lines, taking on Croatia, fighting for independence against his own Duke Liege. He even attacked Venice back in the days when Venice were ludicrously more powerful and richer than him. But he carved out an empire, tiny by the standards of today. But in terms of what he started with versus what he left his children, perhaps no leader more than Leon has multiplied what they were given. His life was a great starting point going forwards. He should also be remembered for starting the Great Religious Confusion, because, yes indeed, he converted from Orthodoxy to Slavic so he could join a warrior lodge, but he stayed secretly Orthodox in his heart. Many leaders in the future would then go on to do that in reverse, and generally no one would know for several generations what any of the members of the Koiros Factes dynasty actually bloody believed. This isn't to say it was all smooth sailing for Leon the Just of Hum, though. There were definitely, you know, problems, confusions. Several children that died under suspicious circumstances, blinded, then murdered, and so forth. In fact, yes, he sort of accidentally kicked off a tendency to, you know, kill our own children. They kind of went forward for a couple of generations. It's fine. All 100% fine. One of the consequences of Gavelkind, you have to kill your children so they don't split up the empire. But there was, of course, one thing he produced that, perhaps like him, no one ever really thought was going to come to much. A small, weedy, nerdy child by the name of Peyron. And just as Leon was starting to look for opportunities to maybe think about contesting the throne of Serbia, yes indeed, the old Serbian king and Leon himself died within a year of each other, leaving two young leaders to continue the struggle going forwards. And maybe we should have spotted that Peyron had it in him to be a remarkable leader, because he did go up against Hungary. Back when Hungary were a major world power, they don't even exist anymore. I couldn't recreate them because, yeah, there's special criteria that you need to meet to actually create the Kingdom of Hungary. So when it was destroyed, basically no one could create it anymore. But he sent his armies against them, but he was never on the front line himself, because why would he be? He was a little tiny nerd. He was never going to be a great warrior. Or so we thought. Because at the turn of the 10th century, the Serbian king decided to go Catholic. Tried to bring the whole of Serbia into Catholicism. A few years later, he was off on crusade. And Peyron said, no, this is my opportunity. He rose up against the Serbian king while he was away. And then the Serbian king went on to actually win the crusade and become the wealthiest man in the world and hire all the mercenaries in the world to kill Peyron. And at that point, I just assumed we were going to lose. I assumed that Peyron was going to be murdered, we were going to go over to someone else, that's fine, we were going to start again, but no. Peyron stood firm at the top of Skull Mountain and chopped down mercenary after mercenary. A boy went up that mountain, but a mountain of a man came back down again. He seized the Serbian throne, and from there, well, conquest after conquest, expansion after expansion. Serbia's power grew and grew. There were victories against Venice, victories against Bulgaria, victories against countries much larger and more powerful than we were. But perhaps most importantly, he joined the warriors of Peyron, rose through their ranks, became their leader, and of course, undertook the legendary journey at the time when the Abbasid dynasty was tens, maybe hundreds of times more powerful than we were as a nation, he just walked in. He walked in, he chopped them down, and he came back a hero. A badly wounded hero who died of those very same wounds just a handful of years later. He was never able to recover from the injuries sustained during the legendary journey, but he was never forgotten. Every time in future generations anyone looks back and said, I want to model myself on an ancestor, it was always, always, always Peyran the Wise. Not just a great warrior, but also kind, diligent, brave, trusting, ambitious. Occasionally he murdered his own children to try and gain Gavelkind. That's true. The mighty Titan of the Plains, the most ludicrously incredible Plains warrior I've ever seen. I don't think he ever lost a battle on Plains. It was devastating. Devastating to see. And yet in some ways he left one thing undone, despite his incredible achievements, and that was he was never emperor. His son Hector, on the other hand. Hector had not the easiest life, in some ways. He was not the most naturally gifted. You can see there from the symbols on the left, he was not spectacular, and rather unfairly, he was called Hector the Mule. He was slightly stubborn. I think that was harsh. He had some good virtues. He was a competent commander, but he was not spectacular. However, he was the right man at the right time, because the Byzantine Empire was weak, losing huge, huge amounts of territory. Territory it would take us centuries to reclaim. And as a result of that, an opportunity presented itself for a great leader. And when already in his twilight years, Hector was elected Emperor of the Byzantine Empire. Just 2 generations after we were absolute flipping nobodies. Count Leon sitting in his shed pretending he had a dynasty. 2 generations later, Emperor. But it was a short reign because, yes, he was already very, very old when he took the throne. But he was the man that took it, and we never lost it. After that point, for centuries into the future, the Emperor would always be of House Koiros Factes. We should also flag that Hector continued the long tradition of, yes, slightly unfortunate incidents involving his children, some of whom were murdered at various points. Not murdered by him, by the way. He wasn't murdered by Hector. But yes, there were some deaths. There were some unfortunate instances involving illnesses. Some people just sort of died under suspicious circumstances. There were a lot of children. Not many of them, you know, lived rich and fulfilling lives. But one did. One great, great man. In fact, the first person who got the title the Great, Callistos. And Callistos was the first of our great administrators. But perhaps what we should remember Callistos for most of all is Callistos was the first man who ever had a dream. A dream of a world where we worshipped Zeus once again. And there was a point where he was literally the only person in the world who was worshipping Zeus. He brought in a handful of family members around him, but there was a brief period where it was literally just him. He was the only person in the entire world that believed in this religion. And now I would say it is the dominant religion in the flipping world. His other great achievement was, of course, we must not forget, he was the first ever person to take on a crusade. And back in those days, Catholicism was scary. Really damn scary. That was one a hell of a war, but he won. He defeated the Pope. He defeated all of Catholicism. Now, there have been some people who have pointed out at the end of his life, he may have gone a bit on the bananas side. There may have been a fair bit of murder, some kinslaying, etc. And arguably he got a bit overexcited during his dying years and tried to make Hellenism a thing when the world was not ready for Hellenism. And then he died in an unfortunate bee-related accident. Callistos' children were also perhaps not the very best in the world, so in the end he was succeeded by his half-brother Joseph. But though Joseph's reign was short and in some ways not the most remarkable, Joseph did do one very, very important thing. He came up with Hellenism 2.0. He reinforced it, he was working behind the scenes, he got a bunch of people to believe it, and he relaunched it at the end of his life. And under him, it actually flipping took. And with Joseph's passing, the line passed back to Poseidon, beginning the age of the second emperors, because for several generations in a row, the first child, the one we thought was going to be emperor, turned out to not be emperor. Plenty of firstborn sons died, unfortunately, of illness. Because, of course, originally we were planning for Zeus to be the next emperor, but he kind of got his face chopped off, which apparently disqualifies you, which is, you know, a little bit on the unfair side, but what can you do, eh? And that left nothing for it. His brother Poseidon had to step in. Now, Poseidon was initially a curious leader, not a great military leader at all, but a good man, many virtues, very wise, the first of our highly intelligent leaders, and his greatest achievement was easily that he took Hellenism and took it to its final form. Not Old Hellenism. Old Hellenism was fine, it was a good starting point, but he was the man who went out, who took the holy sites, who reformed the religion into the ridiculously powerful world-beating form that let us conquer Europe and reform the Roman Empire. All of that was built on his great accomplishments. And let us not forget, his greatest achievements were perhaps not military. He didn't go out and conquer huge bits of land. He very surgically just went after the holy sites. But he brought huge swathes of Europe into Hellenism by teaching people that it was superior to whatever it is they were believing in before that point. That Zeus was the way, and for that, he was named the Educator. And that's wonderful, isn't it? That in the middle of this war game where there's lots of smashing, we had a great educator who brought people in peacefully and occasionally burnt down Europe, but we don't talk about that so much. And once again, the original pick to be emperor did not work out. We were thinking we were going to be getting Emperor Theseus, but instead, nope, his younger brother, Polyphemus the Pilgrim. Another great administrator, another learned man, another good man, so many virtues. Now, we could remember Polyphemus for the great expansion of the empire that he oversaw, because he was the man who started the Great Holy War, seizing huge amounts of territory, grabbing land, beginning to build the foundation for the reformation of the Roman Empire. But I choose to remember him for his long, loving, and ultimately doomed romance with the King of Bulgaria. Though we might also wish to remember that he was the man who had to deal with, you know, the Black Death, which was certainly bad, and killed many potentially promising emperors. We lost Anthemios, who could have been a great military leader to the Black Death. And of course, once again, the curse of the second emperor returned. Poor Apollo developed symptoms of the plague and was immediately kind of tossed out into the street. We're not proud of that, but it did keep the rest of the court alive. And also, perhaps nicely for Polyphemus, he didn't die from being murdered, he didn't die from a terrible disease. In the end, he just died, peacefully, of natural causes, in his bed, probably reading a book, perhaps one of the most intelligent leaders we had during this entire period. And with Apollo tragically dead due to the Black Death, that meant it was up to his younger brother Hermes to lead the empire, and, well, bloody hell, just look at him. Just look at him, the man who reformed the Roman Empire. He seized huge amounts of territory, he reformed the empire, a great military leader, a great administrator. You all know what he did. He was wonderful. I wasn't expecting too much from him, to be honest. I thought he was going to be a bit of a placeholder while we waited for a great military leader. But no, he was spectacular. And on top of that, he also produced a great deal of utterly spectacular children, but even in there was one surprise I didn't see coming until right at the end. Mixed in with the competent military leader Apollonius, Harmonius the Frog, that was always a bit mean, Artemisia, who was a great thinker. Seriously, Hermes produced so many children. Hermes produced so many ridiculous, wonderful children, it's insane. His second daughter, Aphrodisia, a woman so ridiculously talented at war that there could be no one else to lead us forward. She just arrived on the battlefield and the front she was on just collapsed. She walked up to cities and they just surrendered. Cities that I would have thought would have taken weeks to fall or cost thousands of men their lives if you tried to take them. She just walked straight in. She saw off the jihad to take Egypt in a matter of weeks. She sailed around the world smashing cities apart with her best friend and niece, Anastasia. They just took whatever they wanted. It was it was a thing of beauty. And in the end, she repeated Peyron's great expedition into the Abbasid dynasty, and arguably, she did even better, because she's not looking like she's about to die. She is possibly the greatest duelist the world has ever seen. 185. I've never even seen close to that. The highest I've ever seen was that first person I saw during the most recent Legendary journey you had. I think it was 107. I have never seen 185 anywhere. It is ludicrous. She is the most badass person in the world, and I'm so glad that the warrior queen, the heroine, the empress, Peyron reborn, we were able to end on her. We don't need to worry about the Mongols anymore, ladies and gentlemen. Aphroditia will keep us safe. And for when she is finally ready to lay down and rest, I believe Harmonia will lead us very well, just like Callistos before him. Harmonia is looking spectacular. That is one bloody hell of a set of stats for a 20-year-old who's never held any position of power. But seriously, we need to give Hermes a special retroactive award for the quality of his children. Just Romula is spectacular. We're not even doing anything with Romula, but look at those stats. That is not bad. That is not bad at all. And so, ladies and gentlemen, Crusader Kings 2 comes to an end. We have grown from a single tiny county to a Roman Empire, and a true Roman Empire, a Hellenic Roman Empire. Everyone now worships Zeus. It's absolutely spectacular. Hellenism is dominant. The pagan countries around the world are begging us to teach them how to worship Zeus. It's a thing of beauty, and no one can possibly stand in our way at this point. Our job here is done, and thus Crusader Kings 2 is coming to an end. And we now know Crusader Kings 3 is coming up in September of this year, and hopefully, I'll be able to get my hands on it just a little bit earlier, and oh, it's going to be beautiful. I've been watching the dev diaries closely. It's so exciting. I'm so looking forward to it. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of Crusader Kings 2, but Crusader Kings 3 is coming up very, very soon indeed. And for the time being, I'd like to do something a little bit different. So watch this space for something very, very different indeed, taking the place of the Friday and Monday series. Because, yeah, I'd say variety is the spice of life. So let's do something very, very different. Enjoy one last look at our Roman Empire, ladies and gentlemen. It is beautiful. And one last look at maybe my favourite, our greatest hero, Aphrodisia. She's right up there with Peyron. Right at the end, she came in. She's been spectacular. So spectacular, I extended this series for 2 parts beyond what I thought I was going to originally, just because Aphrodisia was so amazing. So, thank you all so very, very much for joining me on this ridiculous journey, ladies and gentlemen. And hopefully, when the time is right, you join me in Crusader Kings 3. Oh, it's going to be spectacular. But in the meantime, I've been John. This has been Many a True Nerd, and this has been Crusader Kings 2. Thank you very much, and goodbye. This guy's enjoying that. This guy's enjoying his elephant a bit too much.
Oh my god.
In Fair Verona, we set our scene. Oh my god, Becky, look at her butt. It is so big. They've managed to glitch inside one of the buildings. Elephants in the rear! And then in come the chariots!